They say the Appalachian Mountains are older than trees, older than many of the things we think of as ancient. These mountains have been around for over 500 million years. That's long enough for something unnatural to evolve and hide in the shadows, something that doesn't want to be found. This isn't a ghost story or a tale passed around a campfire. It's something real, something I experienced. I've never told this story publicly until now, and after what happened, I don't think I'll ever go back to those mountains again. Welcome to the Dark Room Diaries. In 2022, I had just earned my master's degree in robotics from Northeastern. My focus was on thermal insulation for robots working in extreme cold. About a week after finishing my thesis, I got a job offer. It felt like a dream come true. The interviews were normal, the people seemed friendly, and the project sounded like something straight out of a science fiction movie. I'd be working on robotic legs like the ones made by Boston Dynamics, designed to move in freezing temperatures without breaking down. The only catch? The job was in a remote ridge deep in the Smoky Mountains. No roads led to the facility. You had to fly in by helicopter. Sometimes we'd see snowmobiles go out, but otherwise we were completely cut off. At the time, it just felt like a cool, top-secret job. I didn't think twice about it. I was excited to start. The facility was high-tech, everything was brand new. But strangely, there's no sign of the company now. No logos, no public information. It's like the company changed names or erased its identity. I signed 6 different NDAs. I can't say the name, and even if I could, I doubt you'd find anything. I've looked. It's like they vanished, or became something else entirely. I became close with 3 co-workers. Let's call them Elliot, Josh, and Hassan. We spent all day together and quickly became friends. Our work was going well. We had just made a huge breakthrough in battery life for the robots. So we decided to celebrate the only way engineers know how, by drinking too much in my room. It was late and we were all laughing and relaxing when Elliot and Josh dared each other to go outside shirtless for 5 minutes in the snow. Nobody ever went outside at night. It was dangerous, cold, dark, and easy to get lost. Management strictly warned us not to, but Elliot and Josh didn't care. They promised to wear headlamps and take walkie-talkies so we could stay in contact. We opened the door and stepped outside. The cold hit us like needles. It was brutally cold and the wind felt angry. Josh and Elliot walked onto the catwalk between the buildings, laughing and teasing each other. Hassan and I stayed just outside, watching and laughing with them. But then something strange happened. Josh stepped off the catwalk and disappeared into the snow. I could only see his headlamp getting smaller as he moved away. I turned back toward Elliot. He was gone too, just darkness. I grabbed my walkie and called out, "Elliot, Josh, are you okay?" Nothing. Silence. Hassan and I looked at each other, fear starting to set in. Josh's headlamp kept moving downhill, more and more erratic. We ran into the dark after them, yelling their names, but the wind swallowed our voices. When we got to the spot where they disappeared, there was no trace of Elliot, just a trail in the snow from Josh. Leading away, we radioed again, still nothing. I told Hassan, "Get inside and get the chief security officer. Tell him Josh wandered off. I'll look for Elliot." He ran back and I was alone. I walked toward the closest building, North Ridge. It was mostly empty this time of year, used by extra staff in the spring. I hoped maybe Elliot had made it inside. I badged in, surprised the door even worked. The building was dim, the lights barely glowing. It felt like walking through a fog. I checked room after room, calling on the walkie every few seconds. Pick up, pick up. Then I heard something, a response on the walkie. Not words, just a sound. Shh. A clear human shush. Only the 4 of us had walkies on that channel. My heart dropped. Elliot and Josh liked to mess around, but this was different. This wasn't a joke. I froze. Then I heard it again. Not from the walkie, but from inside the building. The same sound. Shh. I turned toward the sound and saw someone, Elliot, sitting behind a table. He looked frozen, catatonic, just staring. I stepped forward and that's when it happened. Elliot let out a low, stomach-deep scream, full of fear and pain. Then from the other side of the room, I saw something reach toward him, a hand, but it wasn't normal. It stretched across the room way too far and touched his face. What happened next broke my mind. His face changed. No, it folded. His eyes, nose, and mouth caved in like they were made of cloth. Then his face unfolded again, like nothing had happened. I screamed. I screamed like an animal and ran. I didn't look back. I didn't try to help. I just ran. When I got outside, I saw about 10 soldiers already walking toward me, fully armed. 2 grabbed me while the others went into the building. I waited, expecting to hear gunfire, but there was nothing. Just silence. Later, they told me they never found Elliot. Josh's body was found farther down the mountain, frozen. His headlamp was still on, but he didn't have his walkie. They questioned me, but strangely, they weren't shocked by anything I said. When I told them about the hand, Elliot's face, they just nodded and wrote it all down. They didn't call the police. They just asked me to sign more paperwork. Why didn't they open a real investigation? How did those soldiers arrive so fast if the facility was supposed to be remote? And what exactly was North Ridge used for? How did my badge even open the door? There's so much I want to tell you, but I can't. Legally, I'm not allowed. And honestly, I'd rather not remember some of it. I still work in robotics, but I'll never go near those mountains again. Take my advice. Don't go exploring the Appalachians. There's something there. Something old, something dangerous. And it doesn't want to be found. They say the mountains are peaceful, but sometimes what lives in the quietest places is the most terrifying of all. If this story gave you chills, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because the next tale might be even darker, and it could be real.